Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of Nafsya Reflections. Fear. Since COVID-19 has hit the world, life has been upside down. Businesses, schools, mosques, playgrounds, and parks have been closed. The world has come to a complete standstill, leaving us to wait to get sick, wait to lose loved ones, waiting to run out of food and money, waiting to be hit. Flooded with emotions, feeling fear and frustration, as if we were the ones who gave ourselves everything we needed before, forgetting that Allah was the one who had given us everything we have and had. It is not wrong to feel fear, nor is it haram, for the media doesn't rest without pointing out how we're going to lose lives. There is no one in the media reassuring us, and ends by saying that in the end, all our lives are in the hands of Allah. For as hard as we guard our minds, their words will impact us in some way. But we must not forget that we are in dunya, a place that will test us till the last day of our lives. A roller coaster of a ride, if you will. This place was made to push us to be the best people we could be, the best worshippers we could be, to be the mu'mineen, the believers, shaping us to become what Allah wants to see in us. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows we will feel fear, frustration, loneliness, sadness, as well as we will feel happiness, excitement, and serenity in this world of a test we live in. That's the way He created us. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said,
وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون.
And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient, who when disaster strikes them, say, indeed we belong to Allah, and indeed to Him we will return. Those are the ones upon whom are blessings from their Lord and mercy, and it is those who are the rightly guided. Allah knows and sees us. This world is meant to be a test. This isn't our Jannah. In return, we will feel all kinds of emotions, and we will be put in all kinds of hardship and pleasure. Allah knows it won't be easy. He didn't create it to be easy. But subhanAllah, to a believer, this dunya becomes an opportunity to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to feel His heart-soothing comfort. Comfort in knowing He will always be with us, every step of the way, to whatever we face in life. And in the end, all the hardship we have gone through and handled will be accounted for from all we have seen, done, and said on the Day of Judgment. For as believers, we will never lose sight of what this dunya is. We live and breathe for Allah and trust everything coming our way to be from Him. Allah, the one who loves us more than our own parents, the one who created us and told Iblis and the angels to prostrate to us, for we are something very dear to Him. He subhanahu wa ta'ala chose us to be of the ummah of Muhammad, peace be upon him. How blessed we are! How is it possible to then not trust Him, to trust His plan for us? No matter what happens, He will always and has always been there for us. He will be on the other side of anything coming our way. It will be difficult to leave someone, to not see them go, and He knows that. And that's why He subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the hadith of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, يقول الله تعالى ما لعبد المؤمن عندي جزاء إذا قبضت صفيه من أهل الدنيا ثم احتسبه إلا الجنة. Allah, mighty and sublime be He, says, my faithful servant's reward from me, if I have taken to me his best friend from amongst the inhabitants of the world, and he has then borne it patiently for my sake, shall be nothing less than paradise. If that time comes, and la samahallah, Allah forbid, you lose someone, remember this, your patience will take you to Jannah. where you will be with that person inshallah, laughing together, thanking Allah for every hardship you felt in dunya that elevated you to be in Jannah. And inshallah, Firdaus al-A'la, the highest Jannah, with the most beloved people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's it. This dunya would be over, as if it were a dream, an illusion. And if you yourself fall into sickness, God forbid, la samahallah, then remember this: Allah will be watching over you the entire time. Alone or surrounded by many, He will be there listening to you, knowing exactly how you feel. We must know for certain that He has planned the best plan for our lives, for He is the best of planners. Knowing that every last breath we take will be what separates us from Allah as we take our last breaths to Him, for He will be the one on the other side. At the same time, we need to realize this pandemic is spreading and failing to be dealt with due to long-term systematic neglect. For on the Day of Judgment, all the oppressors will stand humiliated for not serving Allah and obeying His laws, in neglecting humankind. That day, any injustice will be taken to accord. Any atom's worth of harm they have inflicted will be there, staring them in the face. All the people they have killed or harmed will stand in front of them, knowing that all they went through has taken them to this moment right now, staring them in the face, ready to get justice. And that day, they will be brought to justice, like never before, while we stand in joy, knowing we served Allah and are His believers. So living in this dunya, we will feel all kinds of ups and downs. But what makes it worthwhile is knowing Allah is always, was always, and is going to always be there. Jazakumullahu khairan for joining us. Please share files to your pages and accounts with hashtag COVID-19, hashtag Corona. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.